Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're first time here, make sure you subscribe the channel, like the channel, and obviously share it with the friends who can get benefited with this. So today we're going to start a 3-part series of the frequently asked questions which I came across. A lot of people do have questions. I'm gonna share with these one. Hopefully you're going to like this one. Share your comments. Okay, give your comments, and I will look forward to connecting with you. Have a great one. First and foremost, for the showings, one thing is obviously once you confirm that it's a good time for you to show the property, number one, I highly recommend a seller to please go out of the property, give a little bit of a privacy to the prospective buyer to have a look at the property, give them a privacy so that they can talk about it, they can let them spend a little bit of time at the property, because the more time they spend, the more they're going to start falling in love with the property, and the chances they're going to put an offer on the table. Number two, when you are doing that at the property, I highly recommend turn on all the lights before you go out. Make sure that the temperature in the house is actually according to the weather. If it's a cold, make sure you have a heat on, your fireplace is on. If it's a hot weather, make sure your air conditioning is on. Try to put a little bit of extra, not try to cook before the showing, so that the food smell could be disturbing or could be distraction to a buyer. We don't want that to happen. Number two, next is make sure you have some sort of maybe a fragrance, or maybe a very mild fragrance, or maybe fresh flowers could be a great option to keep it in there. And also at the same time, tidy up the home before you go. I always get a 15-minute rule in the home before you go out. Make sure everything is nice and tidy when they come there and to see the property, and obviously they personalize the property, which means when they go and when they come in the property, they don't see your pictures, because they wanted to feel that this is their house, not your house. So this is how you prepare for showing. Well, technically, when it comes to the property, it's kind of like we kind of tell them everything about the property, condition of the property. However, one thing is important, which you do not need to mention, I would rather say, is this: what is your motivation? What price you wanted to let go of the property? What is your magic number? You don't have to tell that number, but if it comes to the property, I think the more you tell them about the property, the more they trust you. For example, it could be the age of the furnace, the age of the air conditioner, when did you change the roof shingles, how old is your hot water tank, what sort of warranties and guarantees you have. I think these all add value to the property, but when it comes to if it's a flood zone or something like that, if you see something like that, I think it's better to let them know, so that the prospective buyer is prepared, so that post sales we do not have any troubles. Well, it's actually a big, huge answer. I will say, when you say marketing, obviously in today's world, it starts with obviously exposure. This is how the people. Our goal when I'm marketing it, our goal is not. I'm not a secret agent, and obviously the property is not going to be a secret property either. So when it comes to exposing, it starts obviously when the property is ready. I start even before the property hits the market. So when the staging is done, photography is done, videography is done, I wanted to make sure that everything is already up and running. On my social media, it's like a sort of a movie trailer. It's already in the marketplace. I'm creating a buzz so that people know something is coming up. And when the listing is up, or I would say the property is in the market, obviously to MLS and different websites, which is like realtor.ca, is where people can go and have a look. I have my own personally 3 websites. I promote that on there as well. Plus, then we're doing an ad. So there's a paid dollar when it comes to either running a Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, YouTube, and obviously Google, which is the biggest search engine. All these ads are on there. To do a neighborhood open house, that's another thing, is you can reach out to the neighbors and invite them to the property so that they can have a look, so that if they are one of their friends or family or anybody wants to move closer to them, they'll be able to let them know. Another thing could be reaching out to the local agents who've been working in that micro market, to reach out to them as well, because they are in that market, so they can, every agent has like generally 1 or 2 buyers if they're working, so we can reach out to them and actually invite those brokers or agents to the property as well, so that they can have like sort of that VIP feeling. If like they got to preview the property, they can go and market to their prospective buyers or the buyers they're working with. So these things are definitely important. But other than that, obviously the signs and flyers and the just listed flyers and ads and videos, they're all things, takes whole 9 yards when you're marketing it. Well, listing agreement actually kind of a given opportunity to me that number one, I am able to market your property. I am able to, obviously, when it's an agreement, it actually has a commencement date, and then they also have an expiry date in time as well. So within that time frame, I'll be able to market the property to the prospective buyers, so we'll be able to give you the money what you're looking for, but at the same time the time frame also. So when these things are done, I think it's important. It just like binds me to serve you better. Rather than that, it says if there is nobody's responsibility, it's everybody's responsibility. So guess what? If you hire me to market the property for yourself, it's more than you. It's actually onus is on my shoulder to make sure that I do my job very well and I'll sell the property and the time frame that you want. Well, pre-approval process, as I said, it's the most important if you're going to buy the property, because can you imagine if you go and buy the property, start searching on the property and you like something and you say, you know what, because you don't have the pre-approval, you can have a look, but you can't buy it. That is so, heartbreaking that you can have a look, but you can't own it. But rather than that, how about I will say, you do your homework, get your mortgage pre-approval, and look at the property those who fall within that same category or same price range. So whatever you can go and have a look, you have a peace of mind that number one, from the mortgage perspective, you are actually good to go for that property, and that is very, very important if you are a buyer, so that you don't miss out to your dream. Well, once you're ready to make an offer, that means your pre-approval part is done. We have done your couple of steps in beforehand, and now the next thing is also obviously the documentation. Then you actually come to things come on my shoulder. I prepare the documentation, which means I create what is called working with the realtor. What does that mean? I'm sure by that time, if I start working with you, you already know about what is this document all about. By representation agreement is already been, you already know that what's the time frame we're looking at, and what sort of a property, which area we can restrict to that level, and then also coming to an agreement on sale and purchase, put it all things on the paper, so that when you send an offer, ready to send an offer to the seller, we are actually we're asking to commit him on the paper, not just verbal. So I prepare the documentation, I prepare the paperwork, send it over to you electronically for the signatures. So you go and review the documents. Once you're satisfied with everything written in there, you let's just complete it, sign the document. If not, you can give me a call, we can go over, discuss it and clarify, address these questions which you have. Once I get the documents signed and everything back to me, I email to the listing agent for the starting the negotiation process. Hey guys, thank you very much for joining in today. Hopefully you like this 3-part series of the Q&As. I look forward to connecting you again on a different series. But if you have any other question, please give your comments, give it a thumbs up. I like that. Subscribe to the channel and join me with social media. All the social media channels, my links are below. And I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye.